Can 7 years in the game industry save me from burnout during my first year of doing Artfight? Apparently, prepping is everything, at least according to every single video on my feed. So, I'm going to abuse my knowledge of professional studio planning to actually survive the month. But first, what even is Artfight? Here's a quick recap from my understanding if you've never heard of it. Skip to this time code here if you already know the rules. Artfight is an annual game that happens in July and lasts for 1 month. Everyone is divided into teams, and you score points by attacking, defending, friendly firing, and mass attacking other people's original characters. Attack means you draw a character that belongs to the opposing team. Defense is when you draw a character for the person who attacked you. Friendly fire is attacking someone from your own team. And mass attack is when you draw a bunch of people's OCs, all in one single piece, basically. So, I'm going to treat this whole event like a simplified production pipeline. If we do an actual planning for studio production, it will be a lot more detailed, and we don't need that as a solo person working on a project. I will think of each week as a sprint. If you don't know what a sprint is in game dev, just to explain it very simply. It's when a team works to finish a specific set of tasks on a time limit. That's usually 1 to 2 weeks, depending on the project. To stay on track, I'm setting up a simple Trello board. Not sponsored, by the way. You can use whatever planning software or site you want. I add different lists like revenge, characters I will do, working on, done, and so on. I think that will be enough categories to add characters to. I know you can organize the characters on the webpage, but since it can potentially go down, I want some backup. And that includes background, ID, name, artist name, etc. I copy the reference sheet and the information about the character and paste it into a card on Trello. You can move these cards around depending on where you are in the progress. I'll write down exactly which characters I want to attack each week, setting a manageable goal of about 2 to 3 characters per sprint, so I don't burn out with my other projects. I'll add due dates to my task to prioritize my targets to give them some priority on what to focus on. You don't have to do the same thing, but hopefully this gives you some inspiration on how to plan for the event in a more structured way. Just in case, if you are like me, a total chaos goblin that needs organization. I'm also going to create a PureRef board to set this all up. This is an example on how I set it up, so I have references for poses, light, expressions, materials, etc. Anything that can help me get an idea of what to draw. I personally don't want to waste any time thinking about things to draw on a time limit like this. I just want to execute. Okay, next on my agenda to be completely prepared for Artfight is to fix my profile and character sheets. As you can see, my front page looks like this. There's absolutely no time spent on this. I at least want to get my team card onto my profile, so I'm going to do that first. When I'm done with my card, I'll upload it to another website that will make your images linkable. I'll post my card on Blue Sky and then copy the image address. After that, you paste the address here. Now it's part of my profile. Super easy. If you want more custom decoration for your page, it is a little bit hard to find, but you can go to help and then to art assets. Their Toho page is linked here. You can find different types of decorations here. Things that are specific for profile and custom ID cards made by other artists. When you find a decoration you want to add, you do the exact same thing that you did with the card. Just a quick reminder, make sure to read if the template artist wants credit or if you need to message them before using their images on your profile. To respect other artists' terms is very important. Now, one final thing to do, and I'm all set for Artfight, and that is to finalize my character sheet. I had a few half-finished character sheets, all with different level of polish. I want to give them all the same amount of love, redesigning the layouts, and include alternative angles and important items. The goal is to give people options and clear references if they decide to draw them. Gabe and Violet were part of the same Thieves Guild and share a very close friendship. or a romantic one. Honestly, I never commit to these things, so it's entirely up for interpretation. I'm adding dedicated expressions for Violet. She's serious and not that much of a talker and has a threatening aura even for a halfling. I make sure to capture that on my reference sheet so people don't confuse her personality for something super bubbly and happy. I even added a dark aura just for fun. I'm making sure to add a quick summary of her background because giving people story might make them more interested to attack the character. So let's write some backstories for the two remaining characters. Violet's backstory was originally an extremely tragic one, but life in general has its ups and downs. So I wanted to add some positive things too. The general idea I had for her backstory is that she was living happily and peacefully on their family's farm until a rich merchant burned it all down because they refused to sell it. Heavily inspired by Frodo, I know. She was saved by the same thieves guild that Gabe is part of. Gabe and Violet were teamed up as a direct order from the higher-ups to keep an eye on her. During one of the missions, she was able to steal a spellbook, and behind closed doors she discovered something. Magic. And that became her saving grace. One day she was able to escape with help of magic disguise and disappear, looking for any family members that might have survived the fire. Next up is Sister Lathana, and she didn't have a backview or alternative sketches, so I'm going to add that. Lore-wise, she's a young sea hag who took over a pirate shop to collect good souls for her coven. Nothing that she particularly wants to do, but since her coven is much older than her, she just feels like she's forced to do it. She determines a good soul by their future, so she always offers a card read. If their future is a happy one, she collects their soul in a special jar so they can't leave the earth. She disintegrates their body and take their souls to the coven, where they eat them like delicacy. So these poor people will never have a happy ending to their life. I love the twist of a good sea hag character who is just forced to do evil hag things, but what she really wants is just to run her shop. Okay, if you're participating in Artfight this year, please drop your profile link or your characters in the comments. I love finding more people to add to my hit list, and my goal is to attack as many people as possible. If you attack me, I'll use the exact Trello board to track my revenges, so you going right into the queue. I'm also planning a follow-up to this video to talk about how it went and share my struggles with y'all. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.